Hi, I'm Matt Sargent with Efficiency Vermont. Spring is usually the time when we're out meeting with Vermonters at home shows across the state, but this year the home shows are canceled. So we're meeting with you online. I'm going to be answering some of your frequently asked questions online. And one question we hear quite a bit, especially in the spring, is what can I do about water in my basement? And specifically, people are asking, are there sealants I can use to keep the water out? So I don't really recommend using sealants on the inside of your foundation to keep water out because once the water's already pushed its way through the concrete, that a little bit of paint or sealant on the inside of the concrete is not really going to help. It's going to push right through that as well. So I think it's a great question. We know that excess moisture in the basement leads to rot and mildew, and it's bad for the basement, it's bad for the building, it's bad for indoor air quality, it can lead to health issues. So if you got water in the basement, it's important to get this fixed. Really important. I'll try to shed a little bit of light on some common causes and what we do about it, but each basement is different and is going to require a custom solution. Um, The first step is going to be to find out if the water is coming from above ground or from below ground. So above ground water would be coming, rainwater from maybe dripping off the roof and getting into the water, getting into the soil next to the foundation and saturating that soil and pushing its way into the foundation. A lot of times we address that with gutters to capture the water off the roof and divert it away from the house. Sometimes people need some drainage trenches and some work done outside, particularly on the uphill side of a house. It's important to have the grade. The grade is like the level where the soil meets the foundation. That should slope away from the foundation. It should drop 6 inches and 10 feet away from the foundation at a minimum. If the water is coming from below ground, that's going to mean like you got a high water table and maybe there's a spring under your house. It's fairly common. Well, not that common, but it happens. If that's the case, then we're probably going to need to install a sump pump. So we cut a hole in the basement slab. We put a sump in it, put a pump in that, it has a tight fitting cover, a discharge line, which leads to outside. So we want to get that water far enough away from the foundation that it's not just like leaking back in. Um, don't put that discharge water into the septic system of the house. Total rookie move. You could overload and back up your septic system, which would be bad. Um, so yeah, you want to make sure that if it's coming from above or below ground. Sometimes we need to cut some. If it's coming from below ground, we need to cut some drainage trenches in the slab where the slab meets the foundation wall to give that water a place to go to, and then that drains into the sump. Um, you can use our website to search for a home performance contractor in our Efficiency Excellence Network. These guys can do a weatherization job on your house, making your house more airtight and better insulated, but they can also do health and safety work on the house, and they're all pretty well versed in wet basements. If you have work done by them for a home performance project, you can get a home energy loan through them, and it's a financing tool. You can borrow money to fix the wet basement as well as to do the weatherization work. So that might be a good solution for you. Um, anyway, that's what I have for you today on wet basements. So keep the questions coming and bye for now.